Spirochetes often develop biofilm communities. Biofilms are protein barriers or shells that protect the Borrelia from antibiotics, from the immune system's attack cells, and other of the body's defense mechanisms. They do this in order to fool or evade the body's defenses. These protein biofilm barriers make it very difficult to kill or even treat the infection. While the Borrelia spirochetes are residing within the biofilm, they secrete chemicals which allow them to digest nutrients from the host to ingest and survive, thereby causing even greater damage to the body.
Okay, so, the video clip that you've just watched about biofilm communities, it brings to mind for me a lump that they took out of my back. It looks like this. And you should see the lump now. They pulled this out of my back in 2013 before I was diagnosed with Lyme. It was pretty big. It was very painful in my back. When they did pull it out, though, they told me it was an angiolipoma, which means it was a fatty cyst that was being fed by my circulatory system, my veins. There was veins in it, and it was what I believe it was feeding it. And if I look at the other several dozen small to medium to large lumps and cysts in my body, a lot of them seem to follow these tracks, these bloodlines, really, you know, feeding tubes, for lack of a better. But what really, really bothers me is when they did take it out of my back in Vancouver in 2013, I asked if I could have it and send it to get tested somewhere if I found a place. They refused. I asked if I could have it. It's my body. They refused. I asked them if they were going to send it to get tested, and they said they would send it somewhere, but, you know, they don't usually test things like that. I asked them if they could. This is way before I even knew about Lyme, even heard the word Lyme disease. 2 full years before, okay? So, almost to the day, 2 years. 2 years and 2 months, maybe. So it gets sent away, and I call and I call and I ask, and obviously, you know, they say, well, we didn't hear anything back. Why didn't they hear anything back? When you get a blood test for Lyme in Canada or the U.S., unless you're going to Hygienics now, thankfully in the U.S., you know, what happens? They send your blood, it gets tested, they don't find Lyme because they're not using the right tests. So this is my video that I'm making. I have been denied. Even Dr. Murakami has completely laughed at me for thinking this, okay? But I'm telling you, I have no doubt in my mind that these cysts are massive biofilm communities. From somebody who's had Lyme for 40 years. I'm 41 years old. I'm pretty sure I was born with it, but at minimum, I started getting violently ill. I guess about 4 or 5 is when I can remember first being in the hospital. So after 40 years, how big can these biofilm communities get, right? If the doctors tell you that they don't know what it is, and that's what most doctors will tell you, oh, we don't know what a lipoma it is, what it is, it just is, right? And we don't usually take them out. Why don't you usually fucking take them out? They're foreign toxins in the body, is that what you're saying? They're, you know, gooped up. Why aren't you taking them out, right? Oh, they don't cause any problems. Yes, they fucking do cause problems. I'm definitely wondering just how much they actually know. Why would you refuse to test something? Unless you know what it is, right? Why would you refuse? You know, and if a doctor's saying it's just, you know, just a fatty cyst, but they've never actually done a correct, proper test for anything other than the bullshit that they think it is, because they're undereducated or they've been misdirected by their medical journals, you know, how do we know that's not what it is? Now, I've phoned everywhere I can. I've phoned doctors, I've phoned Lyme agencies, I've talked to Dr. Murakami, I've talked to Lyme specialists, and everybody laughs. They think this is funny. So this is the 24th of June. You mark my fucking words. If this ever comes out that this is right, June 24th, 2018, at 1:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jeremy fucking said it, okay? And if it comes out like this, then nobody in the world ever gets to doubt another fucking word I say. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Because I'm sick of you people thinking I'm fucking stupid, when all I've done is try to learn everything I can. And I use my body, and I use what I've been through, and I listen to other people, and I listen to what they've been through, and I put it together. These lumps have to come out of me, or I'm never going to get better. I know that for a fact. My main task right now is trying to figure out how much brain damage has been done, because I don't leave my house. I am at a point where I no longer have the ability to not tell people to go fuck themselves immediately. And there are a lot of fucking assholes out there. So trust me, if you get like this, you got, put your headphones in, go get your groceries, and get home. Or you're going to end up getting arrested for something, you know? And that's usually standing up for somebody else, because somebody else is being a dickhead to them. I'm tired, you know, and I don't know how I'm going to fix this, but this one's mine. Biofilm communities, angiolipomas, lipomas, cysts that doctors say are no big deal, fuck that. Make them cut it out and make them give it to you. Why can't I get it tested? Why are we not allowed to have it sent somewhere and tested? Why does the government of Canada, Health Canada, take things like this from us? It doesn't make sense to me, unless you know what's happening. That's the only reason somebody would say they're not going to do something, because they already know what's wrong. That's it.